Hi guys, Knife Detector here. And so I wanted to answer Paddy's Potato Peelers open tag, right? And he has an open tag on your 5 best knives. He doesn't want to see runner-ups. He doesn't want to see second bests. He just wants to know that if you had to pick 5 best knives, what would those 5 best knives be, right? And this was really, really hard for me to do because I have so many knives and each knife has a purpose. And some of the knives, their purpose is, let's face it, to look upon because they're just so beautiful. Like when it came time for me to select the last category, which is a traditional type knife, I seriously thought about picking the Shat Morgan that I have because it's a beautiful knife. But I started to ask myself, how much during the course of my lifetime am I going to use that knife? How often am I going to use that knife, right? And for what purpose? So that's how I'm looking at this. How often will I use this knife during the course of my life? And these are the knives that I would probably use most often during the course of my life. And this is what they are. So we're going to start off with the first category, which is a large fixed blade. And that would be this one. I've been using this one around my yard. This is a large kukri type knife made in Nepal. I got this one, I'd say recently, maybe less than a year ago, maybe 6 months ago. This is a heavy duty knife, guys. Because of the shape of the blade, you can use this as a machete. You can use this to chop wood. You can use this as a hatchet. And check out how thick that blade is. It is about 1/4 inch thick steel right there. That's 1/4 inch thick steel, guys. It is amazingly fits so well in your hand. Sorry, that was the dryer there, guys. It amazingly fits really well in your hand. Like, it grips like no other. The only thing I added was a leather strap so it won't fall out of my hand. And just a beautiful knife. And this is something that in a camp setting I would probably get a great deal of use. Over the course of my life, also out in the yard, I'm going to get a great deal of use out of this knife. And I know that this knife is a die-hard knife. It will not go quietly into the night. This knife is amazingly strong and well made. And like I said, it was made by the Gurkha House, I believe, in Nepal. And just a fantastic knife. And so this is going to be the fixed blade knife, the big fixed blade knife that I would probably choose to take with me if I could only pick 5. Comes with this sheath made like, it looks like sinew wrapped around it with wood. It's got 2 tiny little blades here. One of them is for sharpening and one of them is for small game. And a quick look. Yeah, this is the one that's for sharpening. It's just for sharpening. And this is the one that's for small game. It's got a little edge on it. So those go in here. See? Okay, so we're going to close that one back up. And then I'm going to put that away. I'm going to show you my small to medium fixed blade knife. Guys, this is a Utica Sportsman from the 1960s, I believe, with carbon steel. Now, carbon steel, as you know, takes a really good edge. So this would be perfect in a situation where if I were to go camping, fishing, to clean a fish, hunting, field dressing an animal, this would be ideal. It is a very well-made knife. There's absolutely no wobble or play in this knife whatsoever. I got this very cheap. I can't remember, but I'm sure it was under $10 that I paid for this knife. So this would be the second knife that I would take. And I know this is not an expensive knife. You could probably buy this on eBay for 10 bucks, 15 bucks. But that's not what I'm going on. I'm not going based on how much I paid for an item or how much an item is worth monetarily. I'm going based on how much utilitarian value an item might have for me, right? Okay, guys. Now we're moving on to the smaller knives, right? And some of you guys have seen one of these. Just by looking at the sheath, you know what this is. This is a case changer knife. So in here, you're going to have a case knife. It's got a beautiful rosewood handle. And right here, it's got a beautiful clip point blade. And it's a case. A very dependable knife, very sturdy knife. But this knife has a secret. You can pull the blade out, just like so, and then you can switch them out. And in here I have a saw, which is a very good saw. I've used it a few times already. And I have actually spare blades to use also that I have saved up somewhere. It has also a thinner blade for fishing purposes, filleting. And of course you have this beautiful drop point blade. So for today's purposes, I'm just going to switch it out. We're going to press that in. We're going to put that in there, and just like that, it now has a drop point blade on it. So very versatile, very versatile. If I want to use the clip point blade, if I'm going to be field dressing an animal, I do that. The drop point blade for more crafting uses, more bushcraft type uses, I would use the drop point blade. Keeps a really good edge, guys. Fantastic knife. This is the first of the smaller knives, the knife that I would take with me of the 5. This is going to be that one because it's so versatile and you can change the blade. So also, of course, it has this very durable sheath where you can carry all the blades with you. So let's say it was a bug out type situation, I would definitely want that bad boy. Now, also next in my list, and this would be number 4, is what's in this buck sheath, and it's a buck knife. And I've spent a lot of time in my life with the buck 112. And here's just one example of a buck 112. I think this is a buck 112 from the 2000s model. I have a 2-dot buck 112. I think I have a 4-dot buck 112. I have a few buck 112s, but this is just basically what a buck 112 looks like. It is smaller than a buck 110. It fits in your hand. It's a lockback design, and it's got significant weight to it so that you know it's in your pocket. If you're going to pocket carry it, you can, or like I carry, you can carry it in a sheath. And yes, I would call this a traditional type knife, but for me, this is also an EDC knife. So this is my buck 112. I love my buck 112s. Bluegrass Bushcraft, if you want to check out his channel, he knows how much I love buck 112 knives. It's an awesome knife. I feel this is a must-have for any knife collector. It's just so well made. It's smaller than a buck 110. It's just the perfect size, guys. So very, very versatile for small jobs if you were to be camping. So we're going to put that back in. I'm going to show you my last knife. And I thought about putting my Shat Morgan medium sunfish in this position, but then I thought to myself, I have got to have a Victorinox in this last slot. I've got to have a Victorinox, and the one I chose is this Alox model Victorinox knife, and it is from 1983. There you see the year. Only because the Victorinox knife is very traditional in my opinion, and of course you got different amenities. You got the screwdriver, you got the cap lifter, you know, this is a flathead, and this is a larger flathead than you'd have in most models. And of course you got the can opener, little flathead, and this one has an awl on it. Okay, so this is what I have in the last slot. I feel like I needed to have a Victorinox in there present because I do carry a Victorinox a lot of the time. This past couple of years, I've been giving more attention to Victorinox knives. I used to when I was younger, but you guys that watch my videos know what happened and why I stopped carrying Victorinox knives. But in any case, I wanted to share this with you. Patty, I hope this does it justice. I hope that this answers that open tag. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pass this open tag onto Jersey Knife Guy. Jersey Knife Guy, if you guys have not seen any of Jersey Knife Guy's videos, go check his videos out, man. He's got some beautiful knives. He's got a beautiful Shat Morgan knife he bought recently. That inspired me to get one too, and that's a future video I'm going to have. And go check out Jersey Knife Guy's channel. He's just has a great personality. I love to hear him talk. All right, guys, this is Knife Detector signing off. Y'all keep your knives sharp and keep your wits even sharper.